Here we are in Melbourne with my old friend and colleague Steve Flink, just a few minutes after Roger Federer beat Stan Wawrinka after he had won the first two sets and he lost badly the third, so the fourth, and in the fifth many opportunities for Stan Wawrinka, but Federer won it.
Well described, Ubaldo, because at 1-1 in the fifth, Wawrinka had a break point. Federer played that point rather well and eventually won it with a little short forehand chip. And then at 2-2, Wawrinka made a glaring error off his backhand side. He was under no pressure. Federer took full advantage of it. He held on and broke Wawrinka in the next game when Wawrinka double faulted on break point. The crowd erupted. Federer was now confident, and in typically resilient fashion, he finished off the match with two strong service games to win 6-3 in the fifth.
So we have Federer for the sixth time in the final at the Australian Open, and he has a good chance to win his 18th slam. And if you consider that he had won the 17 5 years and a half ago, I mean in Wimbledon, I mean that's quite surprising.
Been a long, tough road for him, Ubaldo, because in 2014 and 15 he was in the finals of Wimbledon losing to Djokovic. He also lost to Djokovic in the 2015 US Open final. So he's been close a number of times, but he's going to be potentially faced with another such situation here if he plays Nadal in the finals, because that will be such a tough physical match, and he's got a problem with his leg.
He's got a problem with his leg, and everybody wants to see Federer and Nadal in the final.
They do.
Everybody but Dimitrov.
Right.
And so, I mean, that would be sensational. I mean, historical, as Roddick said the other day. I mean, because Nadal could reach slam number 15 if he wins.
Right.
Federer could go up to 18 if he wins and increase the gap. But still, we have to see if Nadal will be able to beat Dimitrov. What do you think about it?
I like his chances. I think that Dimitrov is definitely playing the best tennis of his career, and he won in Brisbane, and he's looking very sharp and confident here. He's had a very good run through the draw here, but I do believe in best of 5 against Nadal, having to hit so many of those one-handed backhands from above his shoulder, which Nadal will make him do repeatedly, it's going to be too tall a task. I could see him maybe getting a set, but it's hard to see him doing any better than that. I think this will be Rafael Nadal's victory, and I think he will go into the final, and I think he will beat Roger Federer and win this championship.
Even if the course is so quick?
Not so quick that Nadal can't deal with it, in my view. I think it's quicker than in the past, but not lightning fast. And in the evening air, where they play at night, things slow down a bit. I thought it was very hard for both Wawrinka and Federer to hit penetrating shots in this match, and that has a lot to do with the conditions at night.
Of course. Well, then today there were also 2 women's semifinals, and there are 2 Williams in the final. One prediction by you and by me was wrong, not just by you. I mean, when we both said, well, Coco van der Weghe may win versus Venus. I was a little bit more optimistic about Venus than you were, but that's it.
That's it. I mean, you don't get all the credit in the world, just a little. No, I was disappointed, Ubaldo, in her performance, frankly. She won the first in a tiebreak. They had an early exchange of breaks, then they were on serve into the tiebreak. She played a great tiebreak, but thereafter she was overhitting far too much. She was too adventuresome. She was trying to knock the cover off the ball. She didn't think enough about wearing Venus down. It's been a long time since Venus had won a 3-set match. I thought it was the wrong tactical approach from Coco van der Weghe, and I thought her temperament let her down, or her temper let her down. And in the end, Venus was very cool, consistent, smart, and she won the match in 3 sets. A nice comeback, and she served very well on big points. Kept fending off break points throughout the second and third sets.
So she's back in a final in a slam after 8 years. Then she was in the final year at the Australian Open in 2003. So I mean, that makes 14 years.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable.
And that 2003 was a great 3-set match that she lost to Serena. If they could have a match of that caliber on Saturday, it would be terrific. Serena had to work very hard to beat Venus in 3 sets on that occasion. But I think the way Serena's playing, the way she played against Lucic today, who she beat very easily in straight sets, she was at the top of her game. I expect her to beat Venus, not only beat her, but beat her in straight sets.
Okay, we will see. Anyway, it's all for today. Bye bye from Melbourne by Ubaldo and
and Steve Flink.
see you tomorrow.